This is probably the answer.
We just thought that we'd do a quick 5-minute interview with you for our television show.
We've got a little public access TV show that Rick and his people are putting together. Rick and
Can I see the shot you got there, sir?
You think
This is
you
on.
need to get back so that the skylight is in front of your face?
very, very good.
Yeah.
Well, look, how's it look?
I saw her first time.
That looks great. That looks great. I can't tell if it's in focus with my glasses on. Does that look like it's in focus to you?
You can read your book. You can get her as a human being.
Yeah, that's right.
And you get a sense
No.
of what she really is.
Yeah.
Can you focus it in autofocus?
It's focused fine. It has on.
Oh, does it? Okay. Is it rolling already?
Uh-huh.
I know, that's what you,
Okay.
you can't make this kind of difference. Well, there's no human person, and she really feels for this stuff.
Bill, why don't you go ahead and just start
Are we going to be able to, is this going to be able to be picked up?
We're rolling already, so just go ahead.
Okay.
Just introduce
It's going. There's.
I have with me this afternoon Bud Hopkins, author of the book Intruders and also an earlier book, Missing Time. We're at a conference in Indianapolis here, and Bud's got just a very few minutes to be with us, so I appreciate your being with us, Bud. You've been in the investigation business of abductions for, what, about 20 years?
Well, 18.
18 years. A lot of the people in this audience probably have very little idea what the abduction phenomenon is all about. Can you give us a real quick thumbnail synopsis of what you think it really is and what it means to the human race?
Okay, it's a tough one to do quickly, but
I'm aware of that.
The basic idea is that another non-human intelligence, extraterrestrial, whatever one wants to call it, seems to be extremely interested in our planet and us, and seems to have come here partly to deal with human beings, picking them up, examining them, wiping out their memory for the most part of these experiences, but removing physical samples, layers of cells, hair samples, not blood samples, but particularly sperm and ova samples. And the basic thrust of this seems to be that they're trying to create some kind of mix of their stock and our stock for purposes that would seem to have to do more with them than with us. The person will be abducted as a child, studied, re-abducted, re-studied, experiments continue, and the person may have numerous experiences, and later on, when that person is adult and has children, it is likely that that person's children, one might be examined, as if there's a kind of a study of a particular bloodline. So they're here for their purposes having to do with something they need to take from us.
So you just said recently in the conference, you don't think they're here for any malevolent reason, but at the same time, they're probably not here to help us either. They have their own agenda.
Exactly. They have their own agenda. I think they're trying to do what they do with as little of an impact on the human race as possible, but the impact is nevertheless terrible because of the fact that there are such subtle and difficult psychological sequelae in these experiences. People don't remember why it is that they're so terrified to sleep in their bedroom or go outside or whatever it happens to be. And there are all kinds of dysfunctional situations in families and sexually and so on that can be caused by these experiences, even though the person is not consciously remembering all of the details of the experience.
Do you have any idea what the next 5 years may bring?
No, except that it's bringing more and more and more people into the open to talk about their experiences, and it's bringing more and more scientists and mental health professionals into the field to look at this as a serious area of investigation.
So you're hopeful in the future we'll know more, the public will know more and become aware of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it's permeating really, or slowly permeating our thinking, so that we're getting used to the idea of this kind of presence. I think that if we were, though, to have an announcement officially by the government or whatnot, we would still have a terrible thing.
Be very upsetting for people.
Yeah.
Well, when we were in Springfield, you talked about a case where a military fellow had been apparently had an experience in front of a large number of troops. Could you give a quick synopsis of that case and give me an idea where that case stands today?
Well, the man involved is no longer in the military. He's trying to get some of the military record. I have 2 others from the home that I must say I have not yet opened. It's just typical of what goes on. But at any rate, he was in a formation with a battalion at
Fort Benning,
Fort
perhaps.
Benning, yes, I think it's Fort Benning Infantry School. And this was after dark, and a UFO or lighted object came down. Everybody began to break ranks, ran. Some of the people were paralyzed. He and some other men climbed under a barracks, which was lifted off the ground on supports. I mean, it was built. Everyone was terrified. He remembers the sergeant standing afterwards, paralyzed, having urinated himself, total panic. And under hypnosis, he remembered coming out from underneath this barracks where he was hiding and being taken up into a craft. He was terrified. He was examined and so on. Ultimately, everybody reformed back into formation something like 4 or 5 hours later. It was 3 in the morning. And everyone totally confused as to what had happened, with only partial memories. But this involved 1,200 men.
The government certainly has to know about this case, if they know about any other one.
There's no doubt that the government knows a great deal about this.
You've investigated hundreds of cases, I assume. How many of those cases do not involve the typical little 5.5 foot gray creatures that we hear so much
Or
about?
smaller than that.
Or smaller.
Well, I said years ago about 85% of the descriptions are of those standard figures. And I still will hold to it that. It's probably roughly accurate. The other 15% are a mix of types, but we very often get those other strange types together with the gray figures in the same ship doing the same thing. Now, the other 15% includes some normal humans. It includes some people who are, some creatures who are more insect-like, huge eyes, more frightening. There are other very tall figures, some more humanoid things that still are more human, and so on. We get a wide range. Other people have talked about something that suggests a more reptilian form, although I haven't got cases like that myself, but other people have. But those are all the minority.
Well, we'd like to thank you very much for being here. We understand you have a book coming out soon. Is that going to be a
Not
general
soon.
book? Or?
No, it's a book on a particular case, extraordinarily important case, and I'm still working on it when I get time between conferences. But it's going to be at least a year.
Well, we'll look forward to the book, but thank you very much for being with us today, and I hope that was of interest to our audience. How did that go?
Boy, you are so good, Bill.
Didn't know I had to.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey.
I am going to send you, I feel terrible about you. You haven't even got your own article.
Good trip.